Class 10, let's continue from Act 1, Act 4, Scene 1. Right? Yeah. Shylock was found guilty because he has plotted against Antonio's life, and now his property would be half of his property would be given to Antonio and half of his property would be given to state, and his life depends on the mercy of the Duke. So the Duke says, Duke, that thou shalt see the difference of our spirit, I pardon thee thy life before thou ask it. Now Duke said, you shall see the difference between your nature and my nature. I pardon you your life even before you have begged it of me. I pardon thee for half thy wealth, it is Antonio's. The other half come to the general state, which humbleness may drive unto a fine. Now it's like half of your property, half of your wealth now belongs to Antonio. Yeah. The half comes to the general state, while the other half is to come to the state treasury, which humbleness may drive unto a fine. Yeah. Half of your wealth belongs to Antonio, while the other half is to come to the state treasury. Though, if you apologize for your attitude of cruelty, clear? Now, if you adopt a humble attitude now, the second half of your wealth, that is to come to state treasury, it can be spared through the imposition of fine upon you. तो आपका जो सेकेंड पार्ट जो स्टेट ट्रेजरी में जमा होना है, हम उसको छोड़ सकते हैं and we will just take a fine from you. That's all. Only if you adopt a humble attitude. Portia, A for the state, not for Antonio. Portia said yes. The state can reduce that penalty to a fine, but one half of your property must go to Antonio because this penalty is not reducible. Shylock, nay, take my life and all. Pardon not that. Shylock is extremely irritated. Do not pardon my life, but take it and take everything else from me. You take my house when you do take the crop that doth sustain my house. You take away the pillar which hold the roof of my house in position. You take away my very house. When you have taken my will, that is the support of my life, you have taken my life. That is, so when you take the pillars which hold the roof of my house, you take away my roof. Similarly, if you take away the means, if you take away the resources by which I live, you take away my very life. By taking away even half of my wealth, you make it impossible for me to survive, because we know how money-minded Shylock is. Portia, what mercy can you render him, Antonio? Portia asked him. Now, Antonio, what mercy can you show to the Jew? Gratiano, a halter, great, nothing else, for God's sake. Gratiano, for God's sake, Antonio, you must not show any mercy to this man. At the most, you can offer him a rope free of charge, so that he may be able to hang himself. A halter, great, a rope with which he can hang himself. Antonio, so please my lord the Duke and all the court to quit the fine for one half of his goods, I am content. Now Antonio said, so he will let me have the other half in use to render it upon his death unto the gentleman that lately stole his daughter. Now, if it may please my lord the Duke and all the court, I would like to say, to quit the fine for one half of his good, I am contented. I would be satisfied if, instead of seizing half of the Jew's will, the state impose only a fine on him. So he will let me have the other half in use. Clear? So that he let me have the other half of his wealth to be kept by me in trust, to render it upon his death unto the gentleman that lately stole his daughter. On the Jew's death, I will hand over the half of this of the property that belongs to me. After the Jew's death, I will hand over this half will to the gentleman who recently stole the Jew's daughter from his house. Who's the gentleman? Lorenzo. Two things provided more: that for this favor he presently become a Christian, the other that he do record a gift here in the court of all he dies possessed unto his son Lorenzo and his daughter. So there are two more conditions also. The first condition, for this favor he presently become a Christian. The first condition is that in return for the favor which is being shown to him, he gets converted into the Christianity. Immediately he will become a Christian. And the second condition is that he do record a gift here in the court of all he dies possessed unto his son Lorenzo and his daughter, that he execute a will here in the court. He will make a deed, he will make a will here in the court. According to the term of that will, he would leave all his possessions at his death to his son-in-law Lorenzo and his daughter Jessica. किसके मरने के बाद इसका जितना भी प्रॉपर्टी है that would be given to Jessica and Lorenzo. Do he shall do this, or else I do recant. Recant means withdraw. Recant the pardon that I late pronounced you. Yes, he shall do this. He must fulfill these conditions. And if he refused to do so, I would withdraw the pardon which I have just granted him and which I have announced here in the court. Portia, art thou contented, Jew? What dost thou say? The Portia asks, are you satisfied, Jew? What have you to say? Shylock, I am contented, I am satisfied. Portia, Clap, draw a deed of gift, she said. Clap, prepare the needful documents about the will which the Jew has to make. Shylock, I pray you, give me leave to go from hence. I am not well. Send the deed after me and I will sign. Shylock said, I request you, allow me to leave the court. I am not feeling well. You can send the document to me after I have gone and I will sign it. Duke, get thee gone, but do it. So yes, go away, but do not fail to sign the document. Do not fail to sign the will. Gratiano, in questioning shalt thou have 2 godfathers. Had I been judged, thou shouldst have had 10 more to bring thee to the gallows, not to the font. And Gratiano say, when you are converted to Christianity and you are given a Christian name, you shall have 2 godfathers. Had I been judged, thou shouldst have had 10 more. So if I had been the judge, I would have nominated 10 more godfathers for you. Clear? To bring thee to the gallows. Clear? That who will take you to the gallows. Had I been the judge, I would have nominated 10 more godfathers for you in order to complete the figure of 12. Who make a jury, and that jury would then have sentenced you to hanging, not to the font and not to sprinkle holy water upon you. Clear? Because when the person is converted into Christianity, the holy water is sprinkled upon him at the time of Christian baptism, जब किसी Christian नाम दिया जाता है. So he said, because 12 persons are needed for the jury, the body of 12 persons are needed to pass a sentence on a criminal. So that's why Gratiano said, had I been the judge, I would have appointed 10 more godfathers to make it a figure of 12, and that jury would pronounce a sentence of death for you, not to take you to the font. Duke, sir, I entreat you home with me today. Exit Shylock. Now Shylock went after this. Shylock, sir, I entreat you home with me to dinner. So, sir, I request you. He turned to Portia, said, sir, I request you to come with me to my house and have your dinner with me. Portia, I humbly do desire your grace of pardon. I must away this night towards Padua, and it is meet I presently set forth. Meet means necessity. So Portia, humbly she declines Duke's offer. She said, I humbly request your grace to excuse me for my inability to do so. I must away this night towards Padua. I must leave Venice tonight for Padua. And it is meet I presently set forth, and it is necessary that I should start the journey immediately. Duke, I am sorry that your leisure serves you not. Duke said, I am sorry that you do not have the time to accept my invitation. Then he turns toward Antonio and said, Antonio, gratify this gentleman, for in the mind you are much bound to him. He said to Antonio, Antonio, you should reward this gentleman, because in my mind, in my view, you owe him a heavy debt of gratitude. You are indebted to him. Exeunt Duke, Magnificus and Prince. Now Bassanio and Antonio and the lawyer is there. Bassanio is still unable to recognize Portia. Bassanio, most worthy gentleman, I and my friend have by your wisdom been this day acquitted of grievous penalty. In lieu whereof 3,000 ducats due unto the Jew, we freely cope your courteous pain withal. So Bassanio said to Portia, most worthy gentleman, I and my friend have by your wisdom been this day acquitted of grievous penalties. Most worthy gentleman, I and my friend Antonio have today been saved by your wisdom from paying the terrible penalties, in lieu of which, in return for the favor that you have done to us, we offer you this 3,000 ducats, which were originally payable to the Jew. We freely cope our courteous pain withal. We offer this money, we offer this 3,000 ducat to you of our free will, to compensate you for all the trouble you have taken for us. Antonio, and stand indebted over and above in love and service to you evermore. Antonio said, and in addition to the money, we will always be obliged to you. We will always have a feeling of love for you and be always ready to serve you in any way possible. Portia, he is well paid, that is well satisfied. Portia said, he who is fully satisfied with the performance of a task needs no other reward, and I, delivering you, am satisfied. And I feel fully satisfied by my success in having saved you from the Jew, and therein do account myself well paid, and I think myself to have been well rewarded for my pains by the success which I have achieved. My mind was never yet more mercenary. Mercenary means encrusted. I have never felt tempted by money. I pray you know me when you meet again. So I just request you, next time whenever we meet, recognize me. I wish you well, so I take my leave. That would be enough compensation for me if you recognize me. And now I offer my best wishes to you and I take my leave for you. Bassanio, dear sir, of force I must attempt you further. Take some remembrance of us as a tribute, not as a fee. Grant me two things. I pay you not to deny me and to pardon me. Now Bassanio, he said, dear sir, of force I must attempt you further. It is absolutely necessary for me to urge you once again to accept from us some token of remembrance, which will also serve as a token of our grateful devotion to you. Do not take it as your professional fees. I entreat you to grant me two favors. I request you, give me two favors. One, not to decline my offer, and second, to excuse me because I am urging you to accept my offer. Right? Portia, you press me far and therefore I will yield, because you push me hard. You entreat me, you are urging me, therefore I accept. Yeah, you are urging me too much to accept something from you. Then he said to Antonio, give me your gloves, I will wear them for your sake. Isn't it okay? You give me your gloves, let me have your gloves. I will wear it as a token of remembrance to Bassanio, and for your love, I will take this ring from you. And she turned to Bassanio and said, and so far as your affection for me is concerned, I will take this ring from you. This was the same ring that Portia gave to Bassanio at the time of their wedding. Do not draw back your hand, I will take no more, and you in love shall not deny me this. As soon as she asked Bassanio the ring, Bassanio drew his hand back. So she said, do not draw back your hand, I will take nothing from you beside this ring, and you must not refuse to give it to me as a token of your friendship for me. Bassanio, this ring, good sir, alas, it is a trifle. Now Bassanio is not eager to give that ring. Why? Because this ring was his wedding gift. He said, do you want only this ring? Alas, this ring is very small thing. I will not shame myself to give you this. I will not put myself to shame by giving you this small ring as a token of my gratitude. Bassanio is giving excuses. Portia, I will have nothing else but this, only this, and now methink I have a mind to it. Now Portia is just, now I will take nothing from you except this ring, and now I think I have developed a strong desire to have this ring. Bassanio, there is more depends on this than on value. Now Bassanio said, it is not the price of the ring which matters. There is something else which make this ring particularly precious to me. It is not the money, it is not the price of the ring that matters, but there is something else which make this ring very precious to me. The dearest ring in Venice will I give you, and find it out by proclamation. Only for this I pray you pardon me. I will give you the costliest ring available in Venice, and I'm ready to find that ring through a proclamation, through a public announcement. I'll give you the costliest ring. But so far as this ring is concerned, I request you not to insist on it. Portia, I see, sir, you are liberal in offers. No, sir, I find that you are generous only in making offer, but not in giving a particular shape to those offers. You are only generous in making offer, but not in giving those things. You taught me first to beg. First you taught me to beg. First you encouraged me to beg a gift from you. You teach me how a beggar should, and now methink you teach me how a beggar should be answered. First you encouraged me to beg a gift from you, and now I think that you are telling me how a beggar should be treated. Bassanio, good sir, this ring was given me by my wife. Bassanio said, good sir, this ring was given to me by my wife. And when she put it on, she made me vow that I should neither sell nor give nor lose it. And when she put it on my finger, she made me swear that I would neither sell it nor give it away to anyone nor lose it. Portia, that excuse serves many a man to save their gifts. That excuse enables many men to save their gifts, clear, which otherwise they might have to part with. And if your wife be not a mad woman and know how well I deserve the ring, she would not hold out in enemy forever for giving it to me. And if your wife is not mad, if she is not lunatic, if she comes to know how well I deserve this ring by having done a great service to you, she would not have a permanent feeling, she would not have any ill feeling against me over your gift of a ring to me. Well, peace be with you. Anyhow, may you enjoy peace. Even if you have not given the ring to me, may you enjoy the peace. Now Portia and Nerissa left. Antonio, my lord Bassanio, let me have the ring. Let his deserving be, and my love withal be valued against your wife's commandment. Now Antonio press. Portia gets angry. Antonio press. Now my lord Bassanio, let the judge have this ring. Clear? Let his deserving and my love withal be valued against your wife's commandment. What she said, let the manner in which he has served us and my love for you have greater weight in your eyes than your wife's directives to you, than your wife's promises to you. Bassanio, go Gratiano, run and overtake him. Bassanio, give that ring to Gratiano. So go Gratiano, run and overtake the judge. Give him this ring and bring him, if you can't, unto Antonio's house. Give him this ring and then bring him, if you can, bring him to Antonio's house. Go, make haste, exit Gratiano. Come, you and I will thither presently, and in the morning early will we both fly towards Belmont. Come, Antonio. Then he said to Antonio, come, you and me will go to your house at once, and then early in the morning we will go to Belmont with utmost haste. Come, Antonio. And they exhumed. So children, here we have finished with Act 4 Scene 1. Got it? Now Act 4 Scene 2, it's very small thing, a small scene. Let's finish that also, and then our Act 4 will be finished. Act 4 Scene 2. This is a very brief scene. It develops the comedy of the rings one step further. Nerissa plays the same trick and asks for Gratiano's ring that she has given to Gratiano at the time of their marriage, so that they can accuse their husband later on that they have given the ring to some woman. Scene 2, Venice Street. Enter Portia and Nerissa disguised as before. Portia, inquire the Jew's house out, give him this deed and let him sign it. Portia said to Nerissa, inquire about the Jew's house, give him this will, let him sign it. We will away tonight and be a day before our husband's home. We will start for Belmont today and will reach Belmont a day before our husbands go back. This deed will be well welcome to Lorenzo. This document signed by Shylock will be quite welcome to Lorenzo. Why? Because it nominates Lorenzo as the successor to Shylock's property. Enter Gratiano. Gratiano. Fair sir, you are well overtaken. My lord Bassanio, upon more advice, hath sent you here this ring and doth entreat your company at the dinner. So Gratiano says, now, honorable sir, I am glad that I have been able to overtake you. My lord Bassanio, after having considered this matter further, sent this ring to you, and he has invited you, requested you to accompany them for the dinner. Portia, that cannot be. His ring I do accept most thankfully. So I cannot accompany you. It is not possible for me to join him at dinner. However, I accept this ring, and so I pray you tell him. Furthermore, I pray you show my youth, old Shylock's house. So now please give him my thanks, and furthermore, I request you to show my clerk, old Shylock's house. Who's this clerk? Nerissa. Gratiano, that will I do, so I will do that. Nerissa, sir, I would speak with you. Nerissa said, sir, I wish to speak to you. Write to Portia, I will see if I can get my husband's ring, which I did make him swear to keep forever. Then she said privately to Portia, so I will see if I can get from my husband the ring which I have given to him and which he had sworn that he will keep with him forever. Let me see whether I can have this ring from him or not. Portia, aside to Nerissa, thou mayst, I have warrant. Portia said, yes, I guarantee you, I assure you, you can get the ring from him. We shall have old swearings that they did give the rings away to men, but we will outface them and outsworn them too. Then she said, then we shall listen to both of them swearing again and again that they have given the rings to males. जब तुम भी ले लोगी फिर जब वो वेनिस बेलमॉन्ट आएंगे दोनों कसम खाएंगे that they have given the rings to male, but we will outface them and outsworn them, but we will oppose them. Clear? And we will put them to shame by swearing that they have given the rings to women. Aloud, away, make haste, thou knowest where I will tarry. Then loudly she said, go, make haste, and you know where I will wait for you. Nerissa, come, good sir, will you show me to this house? Nerissa said, come. To Gratiano, come, good sir, will you show me the Jew's house? So now here, children, we have finished with our Act 4. Revise it during your vacations. If you have any problem, then you may ask. Thank you.